Hey guys, welcome to another session of Leverage TV. Today I'm here to talk to you about the deadlines for the coming fall 22 intake in Canada. I briefly am going to touch upon the deadlines for colleges and then the deadlines for universities because they tend to be, they both have a different structure. So, universities, which tend to be pretty popular for students who are looking to do a master's, they have their deadlines typically scattered over the December to March period. They don't have a fixed deadline, so there's no one deadline for the university. It really depends on the course, so course to course it varies, and it can start, the deadline can be December the previous year, going all the way till March of this year. So typically the programs which are much more popular may close a bit earlier, or those which have lesser seats, the deadlines may be a lot earlier, so you must really check. But I'm going to give you guys a short sort of breakthrough of a breakdown of which what the dates are in general, broadly speaking, for each of the top universities in Canada. So if you look at University of Toronto, their deadlines actually start September of the previous year going up till April of this year. McGill, in Toronto, actually Rotman's, so the MBA program, if you're still planning to apply for that, it closes around April of 30th of this year, so you need to really hurry up and apply for that. Coming to McGill University's deadlines usually go from about August to about March of this year. So again, it varies from the program to the program. University of British Columbia, again, the deadlines start around January till July of this year. Again, it depends on the program that you're applying for. In particular, Sonder Business School has a deadline of February 28th. University of Alberta has a deadline of which starts around January this year going up till June, again depending on the course. Montreal is one of the few universities which has a single deadline for all the courses, which is 1st of February, so just around the corner. McMaster University has a deadline, a period which starts in October the previous year going up till Jan of this year. In particular, their MBA school, the Groot Business School, they stop taking applications around April. So moving on to a few more universities. So we have University of Waterloo, which the deadlines start around January going up till about April of this year. Western University has a deadline period which starts November the previous year going up till July of this year again. And then we have a few more universities which are actually open till late, and they only have a single fixed deadline date. So Northeastern Toronto, which is open till 1st of July, could be a late application if in case somebody is planning to apply late. Trent University is open till about 1st of May. And finally, we have University of Canada West, which is open till 14th of July, typically around till late June or late July. But it's important to know that Canada being extremely competitive and extremely a sought after sort of place to go study for international students in particular, it's important to really apply as early as possible, especially if you're going for a popular program. So please do not wait. I'll now cover some of the colleges. Colleges tend to be popular for students who are going for PG diplomas, and that tends to be quite popular, especially for students going from India. Colleges don't have a specific deadline date for each course. They have a single deadline date usually, but the only thing that that students really should know about colleges is that seats again fill up really fast in for their programs, especially popular programs. So popular programs that like business, like IT, especially 2-year diplomas, because that tends to be quite popular with students who are looking to get a longer post-study work visa. These would fill up way before the application deadline. In fact, popular colleges and popular courses, people should apply latest by Jan or February of this year, right? So we encourage you to apply as early as possible in order to guarantee your seat. So I'll just touch on a few of the deadlines that are there for colleges. Georgian has a deadline of 1st of June. Salt has a deadline of 1st of April. Lambton has a deadline of 30th of April. Cambrian has a deadline of 1st of May. And then you have Canadore, which is got a deadline of 1st of May again. So as you can see, most of the deadlines are actually around April end or May, and that makes a lot of sense because typically colleges in Canada might take 1 or 2 months to revert on your application, and at the same time, as you guys know, for the visa process you do need to kind of arrange all of your funds and go through the entire visa process, which again can take a couple of months. So you really need to work 3-4 months backwards. So you should aim to get your offer letter at least 3 or 4 months prior to starting your planning and accepting your offer. So moving on to a few more colleges, we have Fleming, which has got a deadline of 31st of July. Humber has got a deadline of 1st of June. Langara has got a deadline of 31st May. Douglas also has a deadline of 31st May. So as you can see, it's really important to apply as early as possible. I would suggest that students should apply latest by Jan or February, especially if you're going for a popular course. So obviously if you're planning to do a diploma in maybe event management, which may not be as popular as business, you may have a bit more time, and these deadline dates may be applicable for you. But most students, I think, would need to apply pretty early. So it's recommended to apply as early as possible. And typically the deadlines will broadly range between Feb to April, but April is slightly late for an application into Canada hoping to get your seat. So yeah, these are some of the deadlines that I thought I'll share with all of you. Thank you all. I think this is all I wanted to share with everyone today. Please do join us again for another session of Leverage TV again. Bye bye.